It's unfair. It really is. It really is. I tried to keep quiet about it, and even though I'm pretty young, um, I just couldn't keep quiet about it because I understood it to a degree, a little bit way too much. And to be honest, this channel, or rather Danplan, the channel, it really did make me laugh. It made me have a bunch of good times. I used to watch that channel I used to just watch the channel all the time. And even when Steven first announced that he was leaving and we had dirt on Dan, I guess, and we knew that Dan was doing something bad, I still watched Dan Plan's videos, and I was happy when I watched them because it was back when everyone was happy and back together, even though Steven said that it happened about 9 months in prior to when he made that video about him leaving Danplan. But yeah, it's actually kind of sad because his channel, if you haven't noticed, is starting to go into the ground, and there are people already leaving. And after what Jay had just posted today, everyone thinks that Dan is basically just scum, and I can't really disagree with them because after hearing what they did, it's honestly sad. And like, I'm a really small YouTuber, and I honestly have no idea why I have decided to make this video today, but like, I'm just saying, like, Dan, you're probably never gonna see this, but like, it's really, it's unfair, it's disgraceful, it's it's like you're a madman. Like, you can't do this to people. Your animators, they deserve more. Steven deserves more. Hosa deserves more in terms of like your attitude and stuff. And the fact that you have me and a kid telling you this is something that you have to take into consideration. I mean, like, as far as we're concerned, you have no one left. After Jay did that investigation, I guess a quote from Jay was that he said that he investigated about 10 of your, or interviewed like 10 of your animators, and 8 out of the 10 of them said that they were unhappy working at Danplan. And that's sad. That's like a huge ratio at that point. Like, Dan, what? Like, your animators deserve more. Steven deserves more. Hosa, he deserves more. You have no one, because your anime, and the fact that you had the guts, the audacity to say, as a quote from Jay, that he heard it from you, quoted from you, Dan, that that you said, oh, they come and go. If they leave, they leave. And I think, like, wow, like, really? Because eventually, after all this, I feel like everyone's gonna leave. All your animators, they're not even being paid well enough for what they do. Dan, if I'm being honest, besides the fact of you being the narrator and you having the idea for this channel, you do nothing. Nothing. If it wasn't for the fact that you came up with the idea for Danplan, if it wasn't for the fact that, yeah, you tried something new and it ended up working, if it wasn't for any of that, you would have done nothing for Danplan. Nothing. At first, it was Hosa's drawings that that made the channel start off with what it was. And then it was Steven and Jay who brought, even Ann who brought the comedy and brought those drawings that Hosa had to life with just their personalities and everything in general. And Jay and Ann aren't even official members of Danplan, and you're over here saying that Steven contributed nothing. No. He requested 20%, Dan. 20% of what you normally get. Dan, like, Hosa even told you to use the money that he got. Use the money that you were giving Hosa. Use that money to contribute to the channel. Hosa is such a nice guy. He wanted to fix everything. I feel so bad for Hosa right now because he just wanted to fix everything. But now Steven's leaving. Possibly more. Your animators are gonna start leaving. Jay has already exposed you on everything that you've done. You have no one on your side, Dan. Like, no one. Like, and the fact that you said that you even quoted yourself. You said it. Jay told us that you said it yourself, that if the channel falls, it falls. If everyone leaves, they leave. It doesn't, you said it yourself, no matter who leaves, oh God. You said it yourself, no matter who leaves. It won't matter. If the channel falls, it falls. Like, do you really not care about something that you call your own business? Because if I'm being honest, you are a terrible business person and almost a horrible person from what I've heard. Your animators deserve so much more. You should pay them way more than you pay them right now. Even Hosa stated that they should at least be getting about $1,500. And compared to the money that you get, that you should really, Dan, like, just at this point, just stop YouTube, because you're alone at this point. It's as the title of this video, it's unfair that you think that you're the center of attention in everything just because you had an idea. But who's the one who brought that idea who are the people who brought that idea to life? Steven, Jay, Ann, Hosa, your animators. Those drawings that Hosa and the animators do, they wouldn't mean what they do without the personalities of Steven, Jay, Hosa, and the voices and the personalities of Steven and the others. They wouldn't mean nearly as much without the drawings from the animators. And you're over here taking all of the credit, all of it, like a scumbag. What is wrong with you, Dan? I tried to reason with everything. Last week, I even posted a comment, or I even tried reaching out to you, stating that I don't want this channel to fall. It makes me laugh. This channel makes me laugh. It makes me happy. I just want everything to go back to the way that things were. Or even if you and Steven couldn't work out all the differences, at least like make a video or two or something. Or at least respond. Man, it's been how many weeks? Like 2 weeks or so since Steven made that video? And you have said nothing. You are silent. And what Jay has told us, you are in his class, like physically in there with him, and you don't even come up and talk to him about it? I'm surprised that like, at this point, I tried being silent. I tried seeing if you were going to say anything. I tried sticking with Danplan because I thought that Danplan, the channel, Dan, you could bring everything back together. Because you are the reason why all this is happening. Because you don't see the value in people. You don't see the value in anything but yourself. And if I'm being honest right now, I don't see much value in a person who just thinks manipulating everyone, saying, oh, you contribute zero, you contribute nothing, when all they do is give it their all in every recording session. Like, that is the lowest of the low that you could go, Dan. And you know what? To be honest, you do nothing. And I've said, and yeah, I know. I'm just repeating myself at this point, how I'm saying that you've done nothing. I've said it before. But like, seriously, this is the only video I'm gonna make on this. And I'm just so mad at this. Like, I can't even portray my feelings all that well, but I can't yell either, because I'm not gonna do that. Because I'm gonna be calm about the situation. I'm not gonna be you. I'm not gonna snoop to your level, Dan, because you're having to be told by a smaller channel, a way, way, way smaller channel with only like 16 subscribers. You're coming from me. I have this low audio, this bad recording setup. I have to record in a quiet place where it's not even all that quiet. I got an echo in my room and everything. And you have all this good stuff. You get money for your channel. You get paid for your channel. And this is what you do? Your channel is going to fall. Everything that you worked up, the reason why you've driven all your friends away, all that is about to fall right here. And you know what? Even though I don't want to see Danplan fall, I just want you to... I just want you to see what you've done. People have made so many videos on this. People have criticized you. People have done all this. And I've tried not to criticize you. But no. All my efforts gone to a waste. Everyone's efforts. No, excluding me. I don't mean anything in this conversation. Everything that Steven, Hosa, Jay, and your animators, even your closest friends from YouTube, everything that they've done on your channel has all gone to waste now. Because you can't get it in your head that you're not the center of attention. The world doesn't revolve around you. This business of yours is nothing without the people that you call employees, the people that you call worthless, the people that you say contribute 0%. And even though you wanted Jay to join Danplan permanently, you still told someone that you wanted to join that they still contribute nothing. No, Dan, no. At this point, you contribute nothing. This business of yours, it's a failure at this point. Everything that everyone but you has worked for, it's nothing at this point. And it's just unfair. It's sad, really, how someone can be so self-centered. Like, and maybe people are going to call me out on the fact that maybe I don't know what I'm talking about or something like that. But no, listen. This is the scummiest thing you could do, Dan. And I gotta admit, there's probably some people out there saying, oh, all of you are overreacting just because he won't give people money. No, you don't get it. None of you who say any of that get it. Dan doesn't get it. You guys are saying that we're making a big deal about this or something like that. But no, we need to make a big deal about this because there is this guy right here, this guy who thinks that he's the center of the universe, the center of the world. Everything revolves around him. He thinks that he has done the most out of everyone when he knows that is a lie. Dan, in all the videos, I can see your personality, yeah. But if it wasn't for Steven and Jay's evil personality, Ann's all innocent personality, Hosa's innocent personality, if it wasn't for that mixture of so many characters and the drawings that your animators do, like this one right here that I have as on my screen right now, if it wasn't for all of that, your channel would be nothing. It would be nothing, Dan. And I hope you realize that. Because at the end of the day, if you think that you can do this alone, then you are the most idiotic person I've ever seen. And I gotta admit, I've gotten mad at a lot of things before, but this is something that, even though I don't know any of you involved in this situation, personally, it just angers me to see how you treat people. And at the end of the day, I don't think I can do anything about this. I can't make you come out. I can't physically make you come out and respond to everything that everyone has said. But I'm telling you, enough is enough. Jay stated that he would never, ever consider joining Danplan unless you made some serious changes. And you know what? When Jay, Steven, and Ann, and even when Hosa gets back from the army, I guess, when they do all better than you, when you end up being sad, alone, and possibly even broke, because you have devoted all your time into something, and then you decided now, when your channel was pretty much at its peak of popularity, you decided now to mess it all up. Because, like, Dan, if you really think that no one but you contributed to this channel, then you should be the one to leave. You should be the one to just take everything and go. Because you definitely do not deserve all these fans, all these praises that you get for having such a great ideas, having this whole game show animation type thing going on. Because if you honestly think that Steven, Jay, and Hosa, all your animators, if you think that, and even all the other YouTubers that helped you out on your channel, if you think that any of them contributed any less than you, if you think that any of them contributed 0%, if you think that any of them contributed nothing to your channel, then you are scum. Yeah, and I'm saying this now, and I haven't unsubscribed from Danplan because I don't think that that's what really needs to be done here. And though I do wish that maybe somehow you can see the effects of your actions, Dan, I just can't say anymore, and I can't physically go over to you and force you to make a response. But please, just say something, so at least we know. I'm not gonna lie, I was with some of the passive people on this where they said, "Oh, I at least want to hear Dan's side of the story." So, because I won't make my decision yet, I wanted to be on that side of everything, but now I just can't. I can't hold it back any longer. And if you manage to make yourself look good after this, then praise to you, I guess. But just remember, you drove everyone away. Remember that, Dan. It's unfair what you're doing. It's really unfair.